Hello, everyone. Here we are, day 23, and we are moving right along. And today I just kind of want to have just a short little heart-to-heart with each of you and kind of talk about things that are going to be your reality if they haven't been already. Most of you are probably essential or certified consultants that are participating in this group. And I was thinking back, I do remember I joined in November of 2008. So I have been a consultant for a while. But I remember when I joined, that feeling of being overwhelmed. I had never sold anything before, questioning whether or not I could really do this, what was possible, what I knew I wanted to be possible, but would I really make it happen? And did I have the skills to do so? And so I think it's natural for all of us to have self-doubt and to question that and to wonder, especially if maybe I know I've talked to many and mentored many consultants who actually have done a lot of direct selling in the past. However, they never made it to where they wanted to go. And therefore, their belief in themselves and that sense of failure was just a constant that seemed to really limit their thinking of what was possible. So I wanted today just to kind of come to the table and let you guys know that as a Scentsy consultant, number one, you've picked a fantastic brand to be a part of. As a company, the day will come when you will get to meet our owners, Orville and Heidi, and they are the most amazing human beings. I've been blessed to know them personally, and I can assure you they are as genuine as they come across, and they're still as real today as they ever were before they had made all of the millions with Scentsy. And being a part of a fragrance company also has so many benefits. I mean, the reality is everyone loves fragrance, whether they're young, old, men, women, it really doesn't matter. People are buying fragrance for their homes, their cars, their offices. They're buying it. It's just a matter of us educating them on why they need Scentsy and then making it easy for them to always get their Scentsy. Because that's something I commonly hear is, oh, thank goodness you're here. I had to buy some of that other stuff because I didn't have a Scentsy consultant, or my person never calls me back, and so on and so on and so on. So our job as Scentsy consultants is not only to educate the world on why Scentsy is safe and a great alternative for fragrance, but it's also to make sure that we make it known on how to reach us, how to connect with us, and how to keep them as customers. So I wanted to touch on that, and I wanted to talk about what does it mean to be a lead consultant and moving forward in the compensation plan. Some of you may be numbers people. Maybe you are those Excel spreadsheet gurus who has everything down to a science. You know exactly how much commission you're going to make, how much you want to make, and you've got all those numbers sorted out. And I say kudos to you. I am the extreme opposite. Just saying the word numbers gives me anxiety, let alone Excel spreadsheets. So I am a very simple person in my thinking when it comes to working this business. I learned early on, for me, what worked for me, and maybe for you too. And this goes not only as I was working from essential to certified, certified to lead, and all the way up the compensation plan to superstar director, but even when they announce the incentive trips, I work it the exact same way. And it truly is as simple as this. For example, as a certified consultant, we know to make a lead, to become a lead consultant, you need to sell 500 PRV, and that's why we've talked about that. You're going to want to make that 500 PRV something that you do consistently. Now, more is great, but 500 works, okay? So 500 PRV. We know that to become a lead consultant, you need one team member on your team. More is fine, but at least one. In order to promote to lead in the same month, you need to do 500 PRV. Your new team member needs to do get active, which is 200 PRV, okay? And then between the two of you, or anyone else you may have on your team, you guys have to do a total of 1,000 TWV, so team wholesale volume, meaning all of you clumped together. And however that 1,000's made up, it doesn't matter. But if you do all three of those things in one single month, you promote to lead. So for me, how I worked my business and how I worked to achieve success through the ranks was not comparing what everybody else was doing and, oh my gosh, they made certified in a month. oh my goodness, they already have 4 team members. You know, that is not going to help you. Everyone's journey is different. Some things are going to look like they're going great for others. They may or may not be. We never know what's happening inside someone's world, and we don't need to, because we need to be focused on us. So what I want you to think about, if you're not that numbers guru person, Excel spreadsheet printing, posting person, then I want you to think the way I did. And that is, what are my next steps? Okay, lead. So all I need to be worried about is 500 PRV in 1 month, getting the team member active, which means 200. And between the two of us in that 1 month, we're going to get our 1,000 TWV. Now, once I make lead, guess what I'm going to do now? Now I'm going to look and say, okay, what do I need to get to star? And I'm going to focus just one step at a time and make that a priority, to break it down. Now, if you want to break it down even more, when we talk about 500 PRV, that's when I usually recommend, if you will book 4 to 6 parties of some kind. When I say parties, I don't just mean home parties. But if you would book 4 to 6 parties of any kind, fundraiser, home party, Facebook, whatever you want to do, you're going to accomplish that 500 PRV. So that should be your goal every month. And I highly recommend trying to front load your calendar, which means the first 2 weeks of every month, try to cram all of those 4 to 6 parties or events in those first 2 weeks of the month. That way, if there's a blizzard, if there's crazy heat, I don't know, one of your hosts has her baby 2 months early, who knows what happens, grandma passes away, you still got 2 more weeks of that month to recoup, to reschedule, to find another host, whatever you need to do to ensure that that's not going to mess up your numbers for the month, okay? Also, as you're building your team, if you can front load your calendar as much as possible to get all of your personal business activities done the first 2 weeks, then you've got more time to work on your team members, help them do launch parties, a relaunch party, an open house, you know, spend time on the doing mentoring calls with them. Now, I'm never going to tell you that if somebody says, I can only do a party on the 28th of the month, to tell them, nope, that's not going to work for me. I'm not here to say that. I'm just saying, do your best to get your team, your personal business activities, rather, in the first 2 weeks, whenever possible, okay? So I want you to start thinking like that. And if you will consistently think like that, you're going to find that it's going to be easier instead of overwhelming when you're looking at the compensation plan. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't even understand this. This is too much. There's all these levels. How am I going to do it? Stop the madness. Focus on your next level. What do I need to do to make that happen? Break it down. What do those tasks need to look like? What should my activities be looking like so that I can make that happen? If you still feel stuck, you need more ideas, whatever it might be, reach up to your frontline director, reach up to myself, wherever you need to go to get that help and support. And don't forget, the training center is actually your best friend. There are some phenomenal trainings in the training center. I still go in and I still review, rewatch videos in the training center, because there's always a little nugget I can learn. No matter how much I think I know on host coaching, somebody may have one little tip or one little trick that makes me better. And we're always all about learning. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys are excited about your journey, because I know I am. I am loving getting to see that you guys are finding success in this program. So please keep sharing, keep posting, and most importantly, just keep doing and keep going.